Hey guys, sorry for being late, really late. Golf course got backed up. I'm not sure who's going to be on here tonight. I'm going to do a few updates. Yeah, YouTube. See if I can't get some people to show up. Hey Dan, I don't know if you guys got notifications or not. Sorry, we were moving along in the golf course, and all of a sudden we weren't moving along in the golf course. So it's kind of what happened. So I was supposed to be on at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's 4 p.m. now. And so I'll do a quick little live stream here. I don't know how much more I got to say tonight. I got to pack a bag. I got to get engine put on an engine stand. I got to get a few things done. Wife and kids were gone this weekend, and I kind of played a lot of golf. Went for a bike ride, did elliptical machine, did yard work. Didn't get a lot done around the house, and kind of okay with that, but I need to get some stuff done before I leave. That way the wife can park in the garage and things are all good. So yeah, so I just put it up on the Twitter that the live stream is live, and I guess I could do an Instagram post too if needed. So this week's gonna be a pretty simple week. Flying to Jackson tomorrow morning. I did get the first class upgrade from Denver to Jackson, which should be interesting. And then I'm in Jackson Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Actually, I'm there quite a bit. I don't fly out until like 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. And then home Thursday, Friday. I got some stories to write and things to get done. I'll do some stuff at Jackson too. And then home for the weekend. And then I'm home for next week. So next week will be normal. I'll do a Monday night Monday night live stream. And then we'll be go to Sierra. We'll do the Sierra drive. And and Toda and I are in the midst of conversations about going to Salt Lake City. I think that's a go. I think I'll end up going to the museum and doing some really cool video there. Oh, I was going to bring up the fact that you guys rock. Like, this has been an awesome week. Let's see. If I looked at the studio, Creator Studio, there is just a big bump in activity. Lots of comments. I'm trying to fix some things. I got a note that I got something wrong in the 4Runner video. I will address that when I can. It has to do with the safety sense. He's right. There is no safety sense in the 4Runner because it's the prior generation design. They can't put all of the sensors in. It doesn't work with the system. But anyways, what is today? Today's the 5th. So let me check my calendar real fast. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so since last week, since Sunday the 29th, we've had 4, 8 is 12, 22, plus 5, 27, 30, 38, and more last couple days. So we've had, I bet you we have upwards of 40 some subs in the past 7 days. That is some energy. That is a big time energy. Hey, David. It is just, you guys are rocking. Like, this channel is starting to take off. I'm really excited. I got the hats. I got videos coming out this week. So I'm going to do a first peek view. Hi, my dog here. First peek view of the Silverado. And I'll put out as many videos as I can. The embargo on that is the 13th, I heard. So all the guys you're seeing are there, which you follow people on social media. You'll see we're all flying in this next week. Embargo is going to be the 13th, which will be the following Monday. No, the following. Excuse me. I got the right month. Yeah, so it'll be a week from Monday. So when I do that Monday night live stream next week, I'll have the Silverado. Do you want to be on a live stream? Do you want to be on a live stream? Here. Oh, now she's hiding. That is Shadow. She aptly named because she's always in your shadow and you trip over her all the time. So yeah, so the embargo for the Silverado will be the 13th. I'll tell you guys drive impressions then. And then the Sierra is the 20th. I'll be flying out Saturday the 18th. I'll have a problem doing the live stream that week because I'll be in Newfoundland. I'm not sure what the agenda is going to be. Okay, come on, back up, dog. I know. I haven't been home all day. I'm in all day. David's got a question. Tim, I watched the videos of the TRD Pro Series up the Colorado mountainside. Yeah, you were there, right? Yep. I thought I seen you in one. Oh, did you? Were you driving along or on the trail? Yeah, we were up there. We did Imogene Pass one day, and then we did the Rimrock Trail. We're on the Rimrock Trail for 3 days, I think it was. Ure Moab. That was a cool trip. There's a lot of videos I did on that trip. I was really happy with all the stuff I had to do videos and all the stuff I got a chance to do videos on. The Tundra video, the Expedition Overland Tundra video. Boy, that's got lots of people watching that video. And there'll be an article in Tread magazine on that Tundra. And I think Forerunner may run something. I'm not really sure. I just talked to Forerunner Ken Brubaker Thursday, I think it was. I'll be writing the drive impressions up for four-wheeler, and I will be doing the Tread magazine for the TRD Pro series. I forget what else I'm going to do. Anyways, that trip, I got a lot of stuff from that trip. That was really good, and I'm glad you guys like the videos. I do have to correct the Forerunner does not have safety sense. I messed that up. I keep forgetting that was too old of a design to fit the sensors in. So that's my fault. I will address that when I can. Maybe edit I'm not sure if I can put text on the YouTube video. I'm still learning how the YouTube thing works, like how it works out. But yeah, so you'll see, you should see stuff in four-wheeler and JP Magazine. I should have an article coming up next couple months in JP Magazine. Tread Magazine. Oh, and Wheels of Field. I really like Wheels of Field. If you guys have not seen Wheels of Field, it's an offshoot of Sports of Field. Sports of Field is the big outdoor hunting, fishing kind of magazine. And they do this Wheels of Field, which is basically every time you take something hunting and fishing, you can do a review of the vehicle. It's like what you take to the field is kind of the mantra in the video, which I love. It's great. I love that idea that using a vehicle in the field. That's awesome. Which reminds me, I got my, I hunt, Western Nebraska hunt. I got my doe tag, my Nebraska doe and Wyoming either, I think, is my tags. And so I will I will be taking something hunting. I think Nebraska starts October 1st, or is that Wyoming? Wyoming starts October 1st. So I saw the videos of the pros Roman drove, but couldn't see links to any of yours. Yeah, we really don't cross link very much. Roman was on a different wave than I was. I was on wave 2. He was on wave 1. I had Sue Mead, Jared, can't say his last name, for four-wheeler, and had a guy from Street Trucks. What's that guy's name? Really nice guy. Street Trucks was interesting. This guy has been riding for Street Trucks for like a decade and has done always like modified trucks, like really fast kind of trucks. Or is it the Super Street? Excuse me, it's Super Street Magazine was there. The editor of Super Street Magazine was on our trip, and I can't remember his name. Nice guy. I say it's something simple too, like Joe or something. Anyways, great guy. Him and I were hanging out. But here's the thing that blew my friend Eric Vogt. Eric Vogt, sorry, was I need to drink more whiskey. Was there as well. And would you leave me alone? Anyways, we were infinitely curious about this guy. Always drove modified sports cars. Did a lot of time drifting on a track. Everything was souped up, sports cars. His first time camping and his first time driving a truck, a pickup, or a Forerunner SUV, off-road. First time ever for both of those things was on their trip. So we were all like, what's he thinking? So we spent a lot of time talking to him and getting his viewpoint on off-roading and what he thought of it, what he's going to do with something, as far as like a future of doing this. Like, can we convert the super street guy into the off-road guy? Like that was a big part of the trip. It was just fun. So yeah. Let's see. Hey Sean, I just watched TFL's video of the TRD Pro video. I'm gonna assume it's better than mine. They've been in the game longer than I have. I give credit to TFL. They've done this longer than I have. I do think that we put out different products. I don't know. I think my viewpoint's a little bit different sometimes. Hey, Johnny 5. Johnny 5, I do not have an update on whether the diesel will be there in the Silverado trip. I was thinking about that. I'm not sure if they're going to have a diesel there because Silverado's got 6 engines and 6 powertrains. There's 6 powertrain combinations, I think it is. Is it 5? No, that's Johnny 5. It's 6. Quit doing that, Dan. I was seeing 5. I think it's 6. I gotta keep track of this. They sent a press releases out, and I was trying to read them. They got a brand new 4T towing. They have a towing app that shows you all different stuff. I'm trying to. They have a. There's so much going on with the Silverado that I'm so curious to go. I can't wait to get there and like just dive in. I got a few articles to write, but I'm hoping to get that done like on the plane or before I arrive, and then just both, teeth, hands, whatever, just sink into the Silverado and really get immersed. Because man, it's just there's so much going on. Like this is the biggest Silverado. This is the first update I've ever seen. I've been a journalist, 7 years? This is the first time they've really done a new edition. I'm really interested to know what's going on, and I'm really excited to get there, and really excited to meet to just spend a lot of time in the truck. I've always thought the Silverado was a good truck. I haven't had a chance to drive it very much. The prior gen at times to me felt cheap. I don't know if that feels to you guys. Felt like it was a lot of cheap materials. It just really basic interior. But again, that was like 20 minutes in a Silverado. They just have not done a lot to support the product from a PR standpoint, from my viewpoint. I've been in lots of Sierras, but not a lot of Silverados. And so I'm really excited to go and really dig in and see what the changes are and really get an idea what they're up to, and put out a bunch of videos. I'm hoping I did 5 videos from that TRD Pro Series that driver went to. I'm hoping to do at least 5 from this trip. Really break down some features I'm interested in. I really want to know. All right. I'm a curious person as my nature, but as a truck guy and a curious person put together, it's like I'm just so excited to see what the changes are. I'm so excited to get the invite and go on the trip and drive it. And I'm hoping the different powertrains are there. I'm hoping there's some things. The guys have been teasing me a little bit. If you've seen some of the photos coming out, they have a new Silverado, and behind it on the bed is a first generation CK. I think it's a C. I think it's a C10. First generation C10. The guys are like, "Oh, is that Swede? Is Swede back there? Did you guys bring Swede out?" So like the PR reps are teasing me, my friends are teasing me. They think Swede's on the trailer. And I tell them, no, it's not Swede. So it's like, yeah, but they have a first generation C10 on a trailer that I'm really curious about too. So I'm gonna check it out. All right, Sean says the GMC was somewhat better. I agree. And the new GMC and the Silverado are going like this. I don't know if you guys are feeling that on your side, but when I look at the trucks, man, it is just it's crazy the differences. I'm really excited to go to GMC too. So it's one of those things. You guys cancel your live stream, Johnny 5. Everything okay, Dan? Yes. It's good just spending some time with the wife. Ooh. Spend some time with your wife, eh? You have an awesome job. Don't get yourself. I have a great job. I do. I love it. I'm excited about it. If you guys pick up the passion I have on these trucks, I love trucks, and I get really excited about pickups. People get confused on that. Half tons and 3/4 tons. Half tons mostly are pickups. Trucks or anything half quarter, 3/4 and above. It's kind of weird. It's a gray line, but I just love everything I do. I just awesome time, and being able to write for these magazines I write for, and selling ideas and seeing my name in print. And you can say, let me see my finger. See above the wall there? That's all stuff I've been published in. I need to put up Million Mile Tundra. I need to put some more on the wall, and it's just fantastic. And I love stories, and so I love digging into these stories. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you haven't seen the desert air intake video I did on the Tacoma, it's on the channel. That's exclusive. Nobody else did that. The whole trip I was there, both waves, Roman, all the people in his wave and the guys on my wave, nobody compared air filters. And I was really excited about that. And Four Wheeler wants a story on that because that's the deal, right? That's the desert air intake keeps air cleaner coming into the engine. That's the whole point of it. And I did a before and after, and I'm just excited about it. I shared a few places, tried to get some traffic on it. I thought it was really cool. I'm hoping you guys thought it was really cool too. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I did another crawl control video. I've done crawl control many times, but I have learned as a journalist that just because I know it doesn't mean another person would know it too. And so I try to do videos like if you're listening for 18 Tacoma and your first time ever doing 18 Tacoma, you may not know about the crawl control, and so here you go. I think that that's valuable, and I'm trying to do that more and more. Like, just because I know something doesn't mean my whole audience knows something. So turn to a job. You know, Johnny Five, I should do a whole video on the Million Mile Tundra. I get asked that quite a bit. I was actually really honored on the TRD Pro drive. A guy said to me that he knew my name and he was excited to meet me. Eric Volk was excited to meet me. Eric's the guy. And he said, your Million Mile Tundra story, he goes, I read that 4 times. And pretty honored about that. You know, this job's tough in some ways. You put out a lot of stories and you don't know if people read them. You don't know if people like them. You don't know anything about that. And so, you know, for a guy to read my story 4 times, to know my name, and to thank me for writing the story, that was a big deal. And I'm really happy he brought that up. So, yeah, I will. All right, so here's the story. Ruben says this Chevy C10 rocks, 327,000 miles. Wow, that's a lot of miles. What year, Ruben? Main reason for it, I have other people talking about it, but no comparison to go with it. Yeah, I think that desert intake is something. I think people should do it. All right, so what happened was 2001, 17 years. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. My first truck was an S10. My first truck was I think it was like an 03 S10. I bought off the lot. That's my first truck I ever bought. So here, all right, I'll Million Mile Tundra. I will get to that story. The story goes is that the sales manager from the dealership, look at my notes. I didn't find the guy's name. Really nice guy. He called the owner. I can see his name on top of my head. Big guy. Anyways, he called the owner, and wow, I'm just not thinking of the guy's name. I want to look up this guy's name because I want to make sure I have the name right. Just a great guy. I wrote the tear down piece. Sorry, guys. I want to get my facts straight because the guy was just so nice, and I want to make sure that. Yeah, that's when I went to the engine plant, which was really cool. Have you guys commented the guy's name? I'm gonna check YouTube here in a second. No, nobody's commented the guy's name. I don't think I referenced Victor Shepard. So, Victor Shepard, Million Mile Tundra owner, he gets close to a million miles, and the sales manager is him and I are talking on the phone, and he rolls over 100 or a million miles, and he's like, "Holy cow!" And so they're talking all the time. Well, Toyota came in and said, "We want to buy his truck." So the sales manager calls Victor, and they're talking on the phone. And first, the guy says, Victor's like, all right, I'll sell it. That's fine. And the guy's like, great. 2 days later, Victor calls back and says, I'm not selling it. I'm not going to sell my truck at all. And so they have to negotiate, like trying to get Victor to sell the truck. So finally, Victor decides to let go of his baby, his beast. He finally decides to do it. But Toyota doesn't, they won't tell me. They won't tell me what they did. I know that Victor got a new truck. I also know the resale value of that Tundra was like $5,000. All right. A million miles, still worth $5,000. Toyota says to me that we gave him a really good deal. That's what they said. Officially, there's no word on whether he got a free truck or not. Nobody's telling me this. All right. So I have no idea whether he got a free truck or not. But I hear he got a hell of a deal. And so I think that it convinced him to get rid of the truck. And I think Toyota should give him a free truck because they have used that truck for so much PR, so much behind it. I'm surprised they haven't done a video on it, like an advertisement, like commercial on it, because they have done so much in that truck that it seems like they should have done something, which I think they should do a video. So yeah, so that's the story. He didn't get it. But the thing that's crazy with Victor is he owned like 3 different Tundras as well as his beast. I think he's like two more, maybe. He had 2 more plus 3 more. I mean, he has a ton of Tundras. The guy was he did oil changes, and he was the porter at that dealership before he went to college, and then he got the truck. So he's a light. I mean, like if you ever had a guy bleeding red for Toyota, this guy did, and he was a big believer. So, all right. There's a $1 million Tundra story. Sorry, there's some conversation going on. I'm going to catch up on these. I do a bad job reading comments. I really am trying. And hey, we were up to 11 there for people watching. Wow. Thank you for watching. I'm going to prove to you there's a market for the mini trucks. Just think back to your first truck, but it was mini truck. Now think about how much fun you had. There is a market. I did put out a story about mini trucks. Ford is debating one. Courier was the name. I didn't put in a video. I should have. Ford Courier was what they're thinking, not the Ranchero. I think there is. Full-size trucks have grown. Mid-size trucks have grown. It seems like there's a market for compact trucks again. It's going to be a cheap truck. Hyundai like Sunday. I have a hard time saying their name. Had that concept. Tucson. No, not Tucson. Whatever. They have a concept of a pickup that would make sense for that. So yeah, I think that there's a way to do it. Am I first? No, you're not first. Hey, anti-socialist. First truck with 81 Nissan. Hard body. Well, we have I think it's 86 at the farm, something like that. 92. We have a hard body. Every time I get a Frontier, I drive it out there and take photos of it side by side and see how much bigger the Frontier is versus the hard body. It's kind of funny. Ours is a 5-speed. On the floor, 5-speed, regular cab, no AC, nothing. And they drove it from Wyoming to Kansas City and back. My father-in-law and my grandfather, the Swede, drove it from Wyoming to Kansas City, which I'm going to tell you what, folks, that's a long way in a 5-speed hard body. It's a long damn way. Oh, yeah. Sorry, anti-socialist. Johnny Five's getting on with his wife tonight. First truck is 87 Custom Deluxe. 87. So that's a full size, right? I'm not comfortable in the spotlight. You just need a little liquid courage, Johnny Five. M Sparks. NM Sparks. A lot. You know what it's reference to. Pronounced Hyundai. I have a problem with Hyundai. Didn't they sponsor the NFL this year? I guess I should watch NFL this year and hear him say it like 600 times. Oh, the dog's back. Sorry if dog interrupts. I hear you, Johnny. I've been debating making a video for kicks. I will say that when you get into doing your channel and you get into being a writer like I am, or that place you want to be in, I do consider myself more of a public figure than I'm more comfortable with. And I've had to get to the point where I'm okay with being a public figure. And that takes a while to get used to. But if you want to do a YouTube channel, I think that's the thing that nobody really tells you when you do the YouTube searches how to create a channel, is I think how to be successful, and I'm not saying I am successful, just saying that you have to be a personality. You have to be able to, public persona. You have to be able to put yourself out there. And I do. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram, Facebook. You can find me and whatever. And I try to stay out of politics, but sometimes I have to. Yeah, so you get used to it. My stepfather has an 86 4Runner EFI with white top. Nice. Electric fuel. I see EFI says electric fuel injection to me. Maybe I'm just an old Chevy guy or something like that. So hold on, let's Google that. The 1986 Toyota 4Runner ESI. Images. I mean, it's a 4Runner, which that's that old body style 4Runner is pretty cool, pretty badass. I'm not sure ESI. I'm gonna challenge you on that one, Dave Westergaard. I'd buy a Mini just to drive back and forth to work, leave the Tundra in the garage. I would too. I love mini trucks. Well, that's why I have Swede. My 62 is basically a mini truck. I mean, same idea. Yep, it was an old farm truck. Yep, ours is still at the farm. That Chevy ZR2 seems good for off-roading fun. It is awesome. It's awesome. If I were to buy, I can't say that. I have thoughts about leasing tons of trucks just to have them around the house, just to drive them, just because I love driving trucks. But that ZR2 is freaking amazing. And I'm really upset with Chevy. Chevy, if you guys you probably don't notice as much as I've noticed this, but Chevy has not put the ZR2 in the press fleets. They haven't put them out. And that ZR2 has been on the market for a year and a half now. I did the initial drive, and there's a video on there where I talk about doing an initial drive on that. It has not come out. And I'm disappointed because I want one. I want to drive it around and have a good time with it. And I really want to spend more time with it and really check out those Multimatic shocks because those things are pretty impressive. and I'm really frustrated that it hasn't been anything. Maybe I'll say something to him. Maybe I'll say, well, where's the ZR2? Let's go. Put it in press fleets. Come on. I agree with you, Tim. Some people are made to be in the spotlight, and some are made to be in the moonlight. You know, Johnny, with your stature and your beard, I think you in the moonlight or a dark alley would scare the out of a lot of people. So maybe you need to stay in the spotlight where we can see you, keep track of you. Basically, an electronic carburetor. My 87 was a TBI. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A TBI. Huh. I'm learning about old vehicles. I've been working on them, writing a book on some of them. It's like I love learning new stuff. If you guys checked out the Instagram, the 66 Chevy C10, the 250 engine I just finished, got it painted and everything. It has that. It's like it's the combination where you take the coil and you put it in the carburetor, or put it in the points and put it all together in the condenser. There's a word for it. Anyways, it's a big freaking looking thing, and I've never seen one before. And somebody was telling me I should get one. Boy, that give you anything. You guys are like, yeah, I'm with you. I don't know what I'm talking about. No advertising ZR2 for sure. I know. I don't understand it. ZR2 is pretty badass. I do not understand what's going on with that ZR2. LOL, I'm more comfortable in the moonlight or dark alley. Yeah. You get this whole like 80s bad guy persona sometimes, like motorcycle, beard. Yeah. I like it. Throttle body injection. Yes, that's it. But that's not what I'm talking about. Maybe it is. I really don't know, guys. I gotta get the engine off the cherry picker onto the engine stand so the wife can park in the garage before she kicks my butt. Don't want to meet Johnny 5 in the back alley. I don't either. I thought you did great, Johnny. Yeah, you did fine. I think you just need to have more. All right, my opinion would be to make some notes on what you want to talk about, so you have some ideas, and try to fill up for an hour. Randomly talking for an hour like I'm doing now, that's really hard. It's really tough. I think if you had some bullet points of things you want to talk about, and bring up news items like things you saw, things you can talk about, or like magazines, or I don't know, latest article on Play Girl, Boy, whatever. Things you could talk about, I think would make a lot more sense. Not make more sense, but it'd allow you to talk for longer periods in live streams. But I'm still 50-50 whether these live streams actually work either. I mean, I don't know. It seems like I have lots of people that come on and they want to talk about stuff, but yeah. Wait, what? Whoa. What do you mean you're in tough negotiations for a 46 Dodge Power Wagon and a 1-ton dually? Dude, pics. Tim, pickuptrucktalk.com. I need some pics. Let's see. Here we go. I should have stayed loyal to the Chevrolet brand. The salespeople at the dealership after they messed it up. It's so hard to stay loyal, though. Like, so when Chevy developed the ZR2, if you know the backstory on that, is that they did not know off-roading. They really didn't. Like, Anita is the chief engineer. I want to say Burke. Anyways, they had when Hummer closed and the ZR2 came around, because journalists like myself had made such a big damn deal about it for them to build it. They had to take their team out to the Rubicon Trail and out to Rim Rock and different places and teach them how to off-road so they can build the truck. That rear bumper on the ZR2 was a result of them tearing off the stock bumper and going, oh, I guess we need a new bumper. I mean, they had to learn how off-roading went. And so when you have a situation like that, like, how do you stay loyal to a brand that had basically thrown in the towel of off-roading? Like, they gave up. Hummer closed. The Z71, I'm sorry, that's just a sticker package. That's nothing really interesting. That ZR2 is the first time Chevy has built a true off-road vehicle in a long time. And so I have the same problem Toyota. Like, people, I get labeled a Toyota fan, and I own a bunch of Chevys, so I'm not sure what the deal is there. But I know a lot about Toyota just because of my background in the industry. I've spent a lot of time with their business model. But I'll be the first to criticize them. I'll be the first to criticize them. They have a Camry problem. They spend so much focus on the damn Camry that they don't spend enough on their trucks, and their trucks sell. Do you know that what the world's largest automaker is for trucks, the world's largest seller? Toyota. Toyota builds more trucks in the world than anybody else does. Ford is big in the U.S., but Toyota globally outsells everybody on trucks. And yet in the U.S., they throw in the towel and they just keep upgrading the Camry. Not a fan of that. All right. So my wife gave me a suggestion. Yeah, but doubted her like a bad husband. Maybe that's why you need wife time tonight. Yes, it's a project, very, very rough shape, but still, man, that's an awesome project. That would be a YouTube channel in itself. Like buying that, doing update videos, doing live streams, what you did with that week. That is money. I'd love to have a Power Wagon. I have mad respect for Power Wagons. I did that Legacy Power Wagon channel visit. It's on the YouTube channel below, I should say, or on the channel. Look for it. $250,000, $300,000 Power Wagons. I'm telling you, those things were phenomenal. And I love that design. Just a lot of love there. That would be a great video. My wife always says I don't listen enough at John. Yeah, I got to get off soon. My wife's getting mad at me. I haven't done anything around the house I was supposed to. Their trucks they'll sell despite them. Agreed. Agreed. You know, it's interesting. I have people that ask me all the time about Toyota, and I'm like, they got like I said, they have a Camry problem, but they're really an incredible company when you start thinking about it. That they can do all this stuff, but they just so focused on cars. I guess what I was getting to was Land Cruiser. You guys may not seen my new subscriber. Hey Drew, hey, if you're on the podcast or live stream, watch. Hey, I killed the podcast, by the way. If you didn't notice the announcement, I killed the podcast. I like doing the podcast, but there's too many competitors, and I think I like the live streams. I like the video much better. Drew, if you're on, hey, hi, thanks for subscribing. If you guys watched my Land Cruiser video, I said something in there that was besides my drug dealer's comment. Which was very true, that when you think Toyota, you don't think Land Cruiser or Tundra. You don't. You think only Camry, Corolla. But the Land Cruiser is the longest running series in Toyota's history. That's it. That first vehicle was a Land Cruiser. It was a Jeep knockoff that Japan had built because some trademark and marketing situations going on. Toyota built that. That was their first vehicle. And so it's like, come on. Like, people don't think of that. But then you drive the Land Cruiser and you're like, oh my God, this thing could crush Camrys. Like, I want to take a Land Cruiser and like drive over some Camrys. That's what I want to do. But they don't. It just drives me nuts. All right. So, and Toyota can't put a heated steering wheel on their big three, Tundra, Tacoma, and like you said, Camry. I don't understand that either. You can get a Land Cruiser and Corolla. That's just dumb. That's exactly why I've spent time with her. Just drives me nuts. Is there not a heated steering wheel in the Platinum? Or is that a Canadian thing, David? You just said Canada. I'm gonna challenge you on that one. I think the Platinum has heated. I'm not sure the SR5 does, but I don't know what kind of grades you guys get. I've been watching Stephen Elmer there up on TFL Offroad or whatever he's doing, Canada. I've known Stephen for a couple of years now. He had a baby. Say congrats anytime you see him, and I think he does Canadian market. That's why I bring him up, and I think that there's some heated steering wheels in that Canadian market. It's a longevity thing with Toyota. Yeah, it is, and they think cars will come back around. How does the ZR2 stack up against the Tundra SR5 4x4? Well, all right. First of all, it's different trucks. So the Tundra would go against the Silverado Trail Boss, which I've been seeing some videos of the Trail Boss there in Wyoming. I'm going to drive it Tuesday probably. That's a much better comparison, full size to full size. The ZR2 is more of a comparison to the Tacoma TRD Pro, and I think the ZR2's got it. I think the ZR2 is better than Tacoma TRD Pro, and for a couple reasons. I just think the shocks are better, and I think that you can get into diesel versus the gas. You can get a diesel or gas version. And the thing with the ZR2 is it's very specific. The bumpers are different. The styling's a little bit different. There's a lot different about it. The Tacoma TRD Pro is different. The wheel travels a little bit different. The how it sticks out is a little bit different, and I think it's a little bit different of a vehicle than the standard Tacoma, but it's not so different. Like the Colorado versus ZR2 is substantially different. The Tacoma versus ZR2 versus TRD Pro is that much different. The desert air intake is something. I mean, that gives them a little more credibility. Sorry, wife's texting me. A little more credibility, but difference, but it's not that big a difference. When I think of ZR2, I think it's its own vehicle, is my point. And when I think of Tacoma TRD Pro, I don't think it's its own vehicle. I think they're competitors, but I still think the ZR2 would win in a straight up competition. It's got my vote. And I've owned a Tundra, and I used to run Tundra headquarters, used to run Tacoma headquarters. I'm spending a lot with Tacoma. I'm sorry, Toyota PR people, if you don't agree with me, but that's the way it is. I think the ZR2 is a better truck. I think they put more effort into making that a standoff, one-off vehicle. And Mike Spears has done a great job on Tacoma Tundra. He's really doing a lot of energy in that program. But I just don't. I just think the ZR2 is the ZR2. The ZR2 is just badass. It's just, I just want to drive it. Email sent, don't use my real name. Okay, Bob. Do you like new Dodge truck design? Saw on Friday, wasn't impressed. First of all, it's a Ram. Dodge died 7 years ago. No, it's a snarky thing. Yeah. How are you not impressed? Do you have something in your glasses when you're looking at it? It's impressive. That truck is amazing, Sean. It really is. You go to your dealer, get behind the wheel, and just drive it for 20 minutes. It's amazing how smooth that truck drives. It's like a freaking Cadillac on wheels. I'm shocked, just shocked by it. Hold on. All right, sorry. Very light. Sorry, doing live stream. Gotta keep the wife happy, you know. If you don't keep the wife happy, then all right. It's Johnny 4. Johnny 3. All right. Love the Cruiser. Can't afford one. I tell you what, Sean, I'm doing a trip next in September. I'm telling you, I'm doing Land Cruiser Museum. This year was the 60th anniversary of Land Cruisers coming to the United States. I can't wait. And I'm going to my friend Eric Volk's house. I got to figure out how to say his name. I got to work on that one. And I'm going to this collector. He's got like 60 Land Cruisers. They have weird names. I call them 200 series and 100 series. And they look at the VIN number to figure out what series it is. It's a whole different world to me. And I'm so excited to get a chance to go out there and see what they're talking about. And there's guys that take old 80s Land Cruisers, and they're still doing a Rubicon Trail with these damn things. It really does happen. And so I can't wait to get out there and figure out what the hell's going on, because it's phenomenal. No, not up here. I watch the videos. So, yeah, you should watch the videos with Steven. It's interesting. I like Steven. I like TFL. I watched him. Nothing bad to say. Swede was on TFL. If you look close enough, I put the video on my channel. Would you stop for a second? God, the dog is annoying. That's interesting. I would think they'd have heated steering wheels up there. I don't know. I could reach out. Nice antisocial. Definitely, Sean. I may actually consider the Sequoia. Sequoia needs to be updated. I want to drive one. There's one in the press fleet going around in the country, and I haven't had a chance to drive one. So, Toyota, if you're watching, which actually maybe you are, I want a damn Sequoia. Make it happen. I looked at the Sequoia. I'll say it's SUV Tundra, basically. Did you know that the platinum version of the Sequoia has air suspension? I bet you didn't. Gene, hey Gene, what's going on, buddy? What are your thoughts on the mini micro truck rumors from Ford? My thoughts are that it seems reasonable for Ford to do something. They kill their cars. They got to sell more trucks. That's how they're going to make their money. They need an inexpensive product to lure people into the dealership. There's a question a day on here on a video down on the channel about the micro mini trucks. And I think it's going to be Courier. I don't think Ranchero. I said Ranchero in the video, and I think I'm wrong. But I think Courier is the way it's going to go. I feel like there's an energy there. Hyundai Santa Cruz is a concept that would be a mini truck that would fit that realm. And I just think that is probably something that it's very likely. Ford's making a bunch of changes, trying to make some money. And if you're looking at money, you're looking at trucks. And it's not a very profitable market, but they could make something that could make a little bit of profit for them and make it in a high trim level if they wanted to, like a King Ranch Ford Courier, and then make some profit off of it, and it makes some sense. Would NAFTA make it price competitive? Is there even a market for these mini unibody trucks? NAFTA's a tough one. It's going to be tough for a couple reasons. First of all, if you didn't know this, part of the NAFTA is there's no chicken tax. So chicken tax is a import fee put on all trucks imported to the United States. That's why you don't have a VW Amarok. That's why you don't have Nissan Navara, because they built them overseas, import them. They put the chicken tax on top of them. It's like 30%, 25, 30%. I've written about this before. I think it's 25, 30% of the new price of a pickup. So there is no chicken tax when it comes to NAFTA. That's why truck makers have built some trucks in Mexico and Canada, because there is no issue with their chicken tax. So unless Trump messes with NAFTA, which he may, I mean, I don't know. This whole trade war thing is pretty interesting. We're really vested watching it closely. I mean, I'm really watching it closely. I don't know. I mean, I'll say this. I think Trump's got a point in that there has been some issues with having a fair trade negotiations, but I don't like the way he's going around it. I just feel like there's more tactful ways to go around it, but maybe this works. Maybe the bullhard frontal assault is going to make sense and make things happen. I don't think it's going to change very much. There was a lot of high hope with that that Pacific trade pact that he killed. If that trade pact had gone to VW Amarok in the United States, there was a lot of that going on. So I go Kennel, go lay down, Kennel, get out of here. Sorry, dog drive me nuts. So if that Pacific trade pact, if it was something like that, Asian trade pact, something like that, if that would happen, would have VW Amarok in the United States, which made things really interesting. I had a video, or I had a story a while ago, and it kind of goes to your second point. Is there even a market for these mini unibody trucks? Let me say this in a couple different ways. Is that one, fleets would love these. City municipalities would love these. There's a lot of times that I've read stories where cities are using F-350s and 450s to deliver toilet paper to City Hall. It's dumb, but that's what they have in their fleet because they took the snow shovels off. So they buy electric trucks, they buy unibody trucks. They're trying to buy vehicles that would be cheaper to operate than the big heavy duties. So I could see a landscaper, somebody that's hauling flowers and bushes and such would make a lot of sense to have one of these trucks. I think so. I think that makes a lot of sense because the challenge is I'm 5'6". I cannot reach in the middle of a Ram pickup. I can't. The bed, I can't get in the bed. Chevy Silverados as well, Ford, I can't get in the beds of these things. Even midsize, like Tacoma and the Colorado, I can't always get in the bed very well. And the bed steps are awkward at best. And so I want something I can get in the bed with. That's why I have Swede, because I can I can just reach in the bed and grab what I need out of the middle of the bed. I think there's a market now that the trucks have grown. I'm hearing from consumers that that's what they want. Urban landscapers, urban drivers want something smaller. They want like the old get out, go. They want the old Brat, I guess would be the way to say that. Just usability, versatility. All right, here. Sorry about that. Sorry. So I think that there's a market for that, and so I think there's a case for that. I don't know that there's a business case. I don't know if manufacturers make enough money to make it make sense to do the R&D and build it. Dan checking the Sequoia TRD Sport. My sister-in-law's, it was great. That's Sequoia TRD Sport. Again, Toyota launched that, last year, and they didn't do any press drives on it. I've never driven one. Yeah, sorry, Ram. Let's see. Sounds stupid. I hate the dial shifter transmission. I do too. I'm personally not impressed with the dial shifter. I've said that to Ram a few times. They get all mad at me. So I said that the Ram. I said I don't like the shifter, and they're like, "All right, you don't like the fact you have an extra club holder. You don't like the fact you have an extra whatever." And I said, No. I said I don't like the fact that I feel less manly putting it in gear. I don't feel it doesn't suit my manhood to put the damn thing in gear. So maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys have the same problem. but I don't feel like I'm very. It's very manly. I just don't. I just don't think it's. I don't like it. It's awkward. And it's like okay, turn, 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 and then you go to put in reverse. You got to think. I just want to grab a shifter. I don't like columns. I mean, columns are okay, but I like what do you guys call them? It's not a floor shifter, but it's right there. It's a shifter. I like that shifter. There's got to be a word for it. And be your whiskey assistant. Yes, Sean, you can always be my whiskey assistant. Pick your trip. Buy your plane ticket. You could be my whiskey assistant camera guy. I need a camera guy. Lot guy, would you stop? I know the stupid dog is just driving me nuts. Shut the door. Done. Agent 005. Smart truck, and I haul one trash bag. Yeah, you can haul a trash bag in the smart truck. I have heard of municipalities getting electric trucks because that's what they're delivering is toilet paper and a few trash bags. Only a 13-gallon. If you get the contractor bag, you see the You guys are killing me. All right, the Peterson Farm Brothers. These Peterson Farm Brothers. I searched on Google and found them on YouTube. These guys are funny. This is hilarious. Are advertising an India company for the small trucks. Yeah, but you can't import them. They don't meet safety standards. Ford doesn't need a compact truck, but just take away sales from smaller Bronco they plan to release. Compact SUV more popular than compact trucks. Look at that. John dropping the realistic truth bomb, being practical honest. All right, John. I don't know. I wish I was there at the Ford day. I got invited, but it didn't work my schedule. They did the behind the scenes, kind of showed photos and such. The guys I've talked to were not impressed. I don't know. I like Ford, but it's tough. They're just a tough company to work with. I have a lot of problems working with Ford. Their PR team and I just clash, and I don't know. I will say this: out of all the truck manufacturers out there in the marketplace, I know the least amount about Ford. That's the story. I'm digging my new Tundra though. Yeah, good. Isn't the Ford Ranger coming out? Yeah, it is. It'll be out in fourth quarter of this year. I wish we could get the Holden Ute here in New. Are they still building the Holden? I thought Australia went under. Dan laughed. Poor puppy. No, the dog is gone. Your dog is highly opinionated on this matter. See ya. All right, Gene. Great. Hey, you're welcome, Gene. Ask me anytime. Just said the same. No, it's better. Console shifter. That's the word. Console. Yes, console shifter. And it's like with Ford console shifter, you go straight back and you get the individual gears like 3, 2, 1. I want park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then move it over and do my gears. Toyota's got it figured out. Toyota's got the best shifter pattern. When I get in the Ford, I'm often putting it into third or second gear, trying to put in the drive because I'm not used to how far the shifter goes back. I don't like that at all. I want to go back and then turn to go into my lower gears. It seems simple. I don't know why I can't get that done. So I just want to grab Yes, the dog is gone. I shut the door. I know someone that thought changing to 4-wheel drive, but shifted instead. So on the column shifter, on the dial for RAM, I've often thought I was turning on the AC, and I turned on, shifted a gear. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, that does happen to me. The dog was driving me nuts. All right. Hey, have you ordered your hat? Have you ordered your hat? Come on. I got a box full. Nobody's ordering these hats. I'm gonna wear them out. It takes me a year per hat. You need to order a hat. All right. Those damn autocorrect turned you to damn I. Hey, Johnny. I'm drinking whiskey here. I can handle it. You need to settle down there, boy. Not yet. All right, here you go. And you got to let me know if this works. The best philosophy I have in this, the best thought I have, philosophy, whatever. It's not a Zen thing. Is you send me an email or you send me go to PayPal and you PayPal me $25, $5 shipping, $20 for the hat. Tim@pickuptrucktalk.com. I am debating about eBay store website. You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know what's going on as far as easy to order. Do I gotta create a store on pickuptrucktalk.com? Pickuptrucktalk.com. on how to order these. I don't know. I need to know what the deal is. I'm thinking PayPal is the easiest way to do it. It's $25. I'm $20 at $5 shipping. I figure that's about best I can figure out as far as making a little bit of money. I'm making like $3 or $4. I mean, it's not anything big. I'm just trying to get the name out there. Yeah, I thought about eBay store. Is an eBay store better for you guys? A store would be a little easier. Do you guys want an eBay store? If I could sell them on an eBay store, I could do that too. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the right approach is. I've never sold hats before. Never had a brand. And I really like this brand. If you guys don't know, I really like this brand. All right. Let's see. Am I going to 4Low or turning NEC? It's weird. Oh, the Nissan Maxima had a big problem with that too. I don't know. It was really funny to me. A store would be a little easier. Okay. All right. I will investigate the store option if that makes it easier. Dan, I'm back. I watched the Sequoia video. Nope, not that. Just not me. Too old school. It is. They haven't updated Sequoia since like Reagan was in office. It's just an old vehicle. I just wish I would like know. I'm gonna purchase one. Johnny Five's gonna purchase one. You have to plead the wait. All right. Where's your wife? Let's go. Bring her on. Spending quality time with her. You should trade your quality time for a hat. All right. The heads up. She just bought me a rim and tire for the Tundra and a race clutch set kit and stunt sprocket and chain set for the Honda. Wow. Holy cow. Yeah. You better stay married. My wife's going to yell at me in about 15 minutes because I did not clean out the garage enough to where she can park in. I got to go put the engine on the engine stand, guys. I bought grade 8 3/8 by 3-inch bolts because it snapped the grade 5s. It snapped them in half. Like the bolts have snapped and the engine almost fell off. So yeah, I got to put those on and get that engine off the stand. The cherry picker, I put the cherry picker in the corner. I got to get the place for the park. I did, and she's got a problem with a lock on her Honda CRV. We've worked on the door several times. We figured out the lock. I did not get to that. I got to do some sucking up a little bit when I get them back. My theory is I got to order a part. So hey, if we worked on it anyways, I want to know what part I got to order. So I figure we just order the part, be done with it. That's what I'm going for. I'll let you know if I'm sleeping on the couch or not. That'll be next Monday's update. Yeah, that is impressive. So, Johnny, does she stroke your beard? Yes, David, the 4Runner is much better off-roader. However, I really don't need that anymore, and the space is really what I need. Yeah. I wish somebody would fight with the Tahoe and Yukon dominance. This does not get reported nearly enough. Tahoe and Yukon, even Escalade, I'm not a big fan of Escalade, those vehicles destroy the competition. The Expedition's a little bit better. Navigate's getting a little better. I mean, they're coming along. But the Silverado and the Tahoe, or not Silverado, the Yukon and Tahoe destroy the competition. They just do. And nobody's going toe-to-toe with them. And if you look at the tea leaves in this marketplace, everybody's buying SUVs and trucks. And why in the hell is not anybody building a really good full-size SUV that can compete with Tahoe and Yukon? That's what I understand. And why do you not see these anywhere in magazines or online? Nobody's doing reviews of them. Nobody's talking about them. That's what's driving the marketplace. People are buying Tahoes and Yukons like crazy. Hey, look at the sales. The sales are stupid on those things. Month-to-month gains are incredible. And they keep building more of these things. And Chevy's sitting back going, ha, 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 ha. We're making profit like crazy, and you guys are dumbasses. You're not updating your products. It's just crazy. Yeah, I didn't know. From the Mrs. 5. Ooh. He is very appreciative of me and deserves it. Oh, wow. That's I don't. Is he like cleaning toilets? Is he doing dishes? I'm trying to figure out what the hell it goes. He's gonna cut 10 off. Yeah, I know. I've only had one. I haven't eaten anything though. I played golf. I had like hummus last night for dinner. This lactose intolerance thing, man. All I want is a damn pizza, and I eat the pizza with a lactate pill, and it's not good. It is nice to meet you, Johnny 5. Miss Johnny 5. Yes, she does, and she brushes it and trims it, washes it in my personal fave. She tugs on it. TMI? That's great. Oh, Johnny. One of these times I'm gonna make it down. Is it you in Mississippi? I think you're in Mississippi. One of them make it down. A YouTube beard show. You should. Ram needs to bring back the Ram Charger. Exactly, Gene. I saw one. I did that. It's a really poor video I did of a Mopar auction in South Dakota. I went to. There's tons of Ram Chargers there. Why? Why not bring it back? Why are people talking about electric cars, autonomy, electric car autonomous? Come on. Bring back the Ram Charger. Compete with the full-size SUVs. Have you looked at a Tahoe or Yukon lately? You can get like a Denali Yukon that's like $80,000. And you're going to tell me there's not 50% of margin in there? How is there not a business case for making a Ram Charger that's fully loaded for $80,000 to make the profit? I don't understand that. It just drives me nuts. I don't understand that at all. All right. Wait. So sorry, Gene. You were on the right track. You were named Bearded Bastard. We're going off the rails again. We got 4 minutes. I got to put the engine on the block. We have 4 minutes. Answer your questions. Ask your questions. Answer your questions. I'll answer the questions. You ask the questions. From Mrs. 5. Thanks, Sean. I usually listen to live streams when I'm home. Nope, he is a great husband. We do everything together, and when we work together, we pretty much what we want. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Johnny 5 is hooked up. Yeah, he is from Mississippi. Excuse me, Johnny's a dirty old man. Johnny is back. I like that. All right, Gene, I killed the podcast. I'm sorry. I'm not doing the podcast any longer. I wanted to do it, and it's creating so much time and energy. I just can't do it anymore. It's too competitive, and I feel like this live stream is really what I want because I'm doing basically a podcast. I'm talking to you, the audience. I'm getting feedback. I treat this as a new podcast. So I'm sorry if you're listening to the old if you're a subscriber, I apologize. I decided to move on. The time and money I was putting into that project just didn't turn out. And I have high hopes for this YouTube channel to turn out to be something. So that's the story. You can what's great about this live stream though is you can watch this or you can turn it on and hit volume and not having to watch it, just listen to me. It's basically a podcast all over again. Because I'm really just talking about the stuff that I was talking about anyways, just so I can get more interaction with the fans. And that's one of the real reasons I do this channel is because you guys give me information that I don't really think about, that just doesn't come up. And so I just like the idea that you guys give me this data and ideas and stuff, and I can do stories on them or think about different approaches on stuff. So I like the feedback. I said it before, a guy at work's best friend just bought $85,000 Suburban. Yeah. Nobody builds a Suburban. People always talk about Raptor competitors. Where's a Chevy Suburban competitor? Cool, no worries. What state? Western Nebraska. I'm a GM brat. I was born in Janesville, Indiana, Fort Wayne Assembly, Flushing, Flint Assembly, and my dad ended up being at Warren at Tech Center before he retired. And so I'm Western Nebraska now. I lived in Colorado, a couple different places. Wife's family's from here. Moved up here 3-4 years ago, I think now. And I like it. I'm surrounded by trucks. Per capita, we probably the equivalent number of trucks as the Texas does because everybody drives trucks around here. So I love it. F them. If you can't take a joke, then joke them if they can't take an F them. He's a Husker. Favorite whiskey. Ooh. I like me some Crown. I've been drinking some. Occasionally, I've been drinking this peach whiskey. It's Bird Dog. I can't drink it all the time. It's too sweet, but occasionally it tastes like good. But I'm a Crown drinker. I do mix it up. I do try different things. So I started drinking Crown because I go to these press events. It's all open bar, and drinking a Bud Light at an open bar is just dumb. Especially when it's all open and the liquor cabinet's open. It's like whatever you want, just drink. And so I've learned to drink more finer whiskeys, and so it's gotten better. That's what FOMOCO is doing with the Expedition. It is. They're doing a better job at Expedition Navigator. So, I hear the kids. I got to go. They're gonna rush in here and clobber me with the dog. I'm gonna try next Monday. I'm trying next Monday. Monkey shoulder. I will try that. Next Monday, I'm going to try like what do we do? 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that before Mark's TRD Tundra. Later, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry I rambled on. Thanks for being a part of the show. Keep track. I got cool stuff coming out. I really do. Tell your buddies, tell your friends. 850 some subs. We need to get to 1,000. You guys make that happen. Buy the hats. Sayonara. Later. Good night.